The more we share our struggles and pain with others, the more we expose ourselves to certain risks. Not everyone is kind-hearted, and while some people may offer support, others may take advantage of our vulnerabilities. Some individuals take pleasure in seeing others suffer. This unfortunate reality can sometimes be seen in behaviors rooted in envy or cruelty. People who act this way may try to hurt us even more or make our problems worse. This behavior can appear in different areas of life. At work, where colleagues might use your weaknesses against you, in a circle of friends, where someone might gossip or enjoy seeing you fail, and even in families, where rivalry or resentment can surface. These negative actions can slow down your personal growth and affect your happiness and success in life. That's why learning how to protect your weak points can be one of the most important skills you develop. Imagine yourself as a tree in the middle of a powerful storm. The wind may blow and the leaves may shake wildly while the branches bend under pressure. Yet the trunk stays strong, rooted deep in the ground, remaining steady no matter how fierce the storm gets. This tree symbolizes silent resilience, strength that doesn't need to shout or show off, but quietly endures. This is the kind of inner strength we are aiming to teach here. When we say, become stronger by showing that nothing affects you, we are not pretending the problems don't exist. Life brings challenges, difficulties, and pain. It's part of being human. But what you can control is how you react to these challenges. By learning to stay calm and composed, you show that you won't be easily shaken, even when the storms of life come your way. Like the tree standing firm, you choose not to let the rain soak you or the wind knock you down. This mindset helps you become the master of your own fate, standing firm, strong, and calm in a world that can often be chaotic. In this discussion, we'll explore how the teachings of a great philosopher named Epictetus can help guide you in developing this kind of mental strength. Epictetus lived over 2,000 years ago, but his wisdom is still relevant today. He taught people how to remain calm and resilient no matter what life throws at them. So, in the next few minutes, let's dive into 18 key principles from Epictetus that can help you build this strength. As we explore these ideas, I encourage you to also take a deeper journey into self-knowledge and reflection. Real strength doesn't come from the loud noise of a storm or thunder, but from the quiet light that helps you find your path through the darkness. So take a moment to focus on these lessons and put aside any distractions for now. Let's begin. Principle 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. Have you ever noticed that we have 2 ears, but only 1 mouth? This wasn't by accident or coincidence, and ancient philosophers like Epictetus believed there's a deeper meaning behind it. Nature is showing us that we should listen more than we speak. Think about it. Most people are quick to talk and slow to listen. They focus on what they want to say, rather than understanding what others are saying. Epictetus reminds us that true wisdom doesn't come from always speaking and expressing your own opinions. It comes from paying attention to others. When you listen, you open yourself up to learning new things. You get to hear different perspectives, gain new insights, and truly connect with the people around you. On the other hand, when you're always speaking, you're just repeating what you already know. So, starting today, make a conscious effort to listen more. Try to understand what people are saying, not just wait for your turn to talk. Listening can help you grow, build stronger relationships, and improve your understanding of the world. It's through listening that we learn, and through learning that we grow. Principle 2. Prepare for the worst. One of the biggest sources of stress and anxiety is our fear of what might go wrong in the future. Many of us spend time worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. We imagine all kinds of bad scenarios: our children failing at school, losing our job, a relationship falling apart, or unexpected financial troubles. Every day, it seems like there's a new worry to add to the list. The problem with this kind of thinking is that it causes us to live in a constant state of stress. Instead of enjoying the present moment, we spend our time fearing what might happen tomorrow. This can make life feel overwhelming and exhausting. Epictetus offers a powerful strategy to help with this. He suggests that instead of being paralyzed by fear of what might happen, we should imagine that the worst-case scenario has already occurred. Picture in your mind that the things you fear most have already taken place. While this might sound uncomfortable at first, it helps you face your fears head-on. By imagining that the worst has already happened, you allow yourself to emotionally prepare for it. You begin to think, if this has already happened, what's the worst that could happen now? When you do this, your mind starts to develop ways to cope with the situation. Instead of living in fear, you learn to move forward with confidence, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. This mindset helps you stay calm and strong no matter what life throws at you. Principle 3. Focus on what you can control. One of the most important lessons from Stoic philosophy is the idea that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. So often in life, we spend time and energy worrying about things that are completely outside of our control. We can't control how other people act, what they say, or the decisions they make. We also can't control the weather, the economy, or the passage of time. Epictetus teaches that we should focus only on what is within our power to change. This includes our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. You can control how you respond to difficult situations. You can choose to be calm instead of angry, hopeful instead of fearful, or forgiving instead of resentful. By focusing on what you can control, you take back your power. You stop wasting energy on things you can't change and start putting it into things that truly matter. Principle 4. Accept that life is unpredictable. Life is full of surprises, some good, some bad. No matter how much we plan or prepare, unexpected things can happen. Epictetus reminds us that life is unpredictable, and we must learn to accept this reality. Trying to control every aspect of life is not only impossible, but it also leads to frustration and disappointment. Instead of resisting the uncertainty of life, we should embrace it. Understand that change is a natural part of existence, and sometimes things don't go the way we expect. The key is to remain flexible and adapt to new situations. When you accept that life is unpredictable, you become more resilient. You stop fighting against reality and learn to flow with it. Principle 5. Practice gratitude. In the midst of challenges, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong and overlook what's going right. But one of the keys to maintaining inner peace is practicing gratitude. Even when life is difficult, there are always things to be thankful for. Your health, your loved ones, the simple joys of life. Epictetus encourages us to regularly reflect on the good things in our lives. Gratitude helps shift our perspective from focusing on what we lack to appreciating what we have. When we make gratitude a daily practice, it helps us stay grounded, positive, and resilient in the face of challenges. Principle 6. Prepare to fail, because it's the only way to progress. Many of us try to do the impossible just to avoid being seen as failures or fools. We fear making mistakes, thinking that failure will make others look down on us. But according to Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, failure is actually one of the best things that can happen to us. He teaches that being considered foolish or making mistakes is an important part of personal and professional growth. In Epictetus's philosophy, improvement doesn't happen all at once or by accident. It comes through a long process of trial and error. Every time we fail, we learn something new. Mistakes help us see what we need to fix and improve. It's like polishing a rough stone. Each error smooths away what holds us back from becoming excellent. So don't be afraid to fail. Instead, see it as a necessary step toward reaching your goals. The more mistakes you make, the more you learn, and the closer you get to success. Principle 7. Be aware of the dangers of wealth and fortune. We all want wealth and success, but Epictetus warns us that with fortune comes great risk. Having money or success can change you in ways you might not expect. First, it can attract people who only want to be around you because of your wealth. These people may pretend to be your friends, but they don't truly care about you. They just want to benefit from your success. Even more importantly, money has the power to change you. Once you have wealth, you might discover new parts of yourself that you didn't know existed. You might start to care more about your money than about your values. The more you cling to your wealth, the more it can poison your spirit, making you lose sight of what really matters in life. Epictetus encourages us to be mindful of how fortune can influence us. True wealth isn't just about having money, but about keeping your moral values intact, even when you have the chance to live a life of luxury. It's important to be cautious so that your success doesn't cause you to lose your sense of what's right. Principle 8. Don't put all your hopes in a single dream. As human beings, we naturally have many dreams and hopes for the future. But sometimes we make the mistake of putting all our hopes in one single dream, one specific goal. We think that if we achieve that one thing, everything will be perfect. But what happens if that dream doesn't come true? If we fail at it, it can be devastating. Epictetus advises us to spread our hopes across many dreams and goals. Don't rely on just one plan for happiness or success. If you pursue several dreams, you increase your chances of achieving something meaningful. And if one dream fails, you won't feel like you've lost everything. Instead, you'll have other goals to work toward and look forward to. This way, failure won't crush you, and you'll still have many opportunities to find happiness and success in different ways. Principle 9. Always remember that death awaits at the end of the road. This principle might sound a little dark at first, but it's not meant to be depressing. Epictetus reminds us that death is a natural part of life. We are all heading toward the same final destination, and it's important to keep this in mind as we make decisions about how we live our lives. Many people spend decades working hard, saving money, and planning for the future, but they forget that life is short. For example, some people spend 20 years saving to buy a big house. But Epictetus asks us to consider, is it worth spending so much of our limited time on something we can't take with us when we die? When we keep death in mind, it helps us focus on what's really important. It doesn't mean we should be sad or pessimistic, but rather that we should live more wisely. We start to value our time more, focusing on experiences and relationships rather than material things. This principle teaches us to make better use of our lives and appreciate the present moment, because in the end, we all face the same fate. Epictetus even suggests that we carry a small notebook of Stoic principles with us, just like we carry a phone or credit cards, to remind ourselves of these important lessons. When we do this, we begin to see setbacks as part of life's journey rather than terrible misfortunes. This helps us live with a more realistic view of life and use our time in a way that truly matters. Principle 10. True wealth lies in a contented spirit. Epictetus had a unique understanding of happiness, one that is different from how most people see it today. For him, happiness doesn't come from having lots of money or fancy possessions. It comes from having a peaceful, contented spirit. He expressed this idea through one of his famous sayings: "A wise person is not upset about the things they don't have, but is joyful about the things they do have." This principle encourages us to stop focusing on what we don't have. Many people spend their time wishing for more money, better clothes, or a bigger house. They think that if they had these things, they would be happy. But in reality, while we're busy wanting more, we often fail to appreciate what we already have. When we constantly wish for things we don't have, we lose precious time that could be spent feeling grateful and happy for what we've already achieved. Epictetus teaches that we should take time to appreciate the good things in our lives, whether it's our health, family, friends, or the small joys we experience every day. So, according to this principle, a truly rich person isn't necessarily the one who has the most money or possessions. Instead, it's the person who is happy with what they already have. Gratitude brings peace of mind, and peace of mind is the greatest wealth of all. Principle 11. Incorporate humility into your life to truly learn. If you want to truly learn something, you must approach it with humility. Epictetus teaches us that people often believe they already know everything, which makes it harder for them to learn new things. He reminds us that in order to really learn, we must let go of the pride of thinking we know it all. When we walk through life thinking we're already wise, we block ourselves from gaining authentic knowledge. Epictetus advises that we should view the world with the same wonder and curiosity as a child. Children don't pretend to know everything. They look at things with amazement and an eagerness to learn. By adopting this attitude, we open ourselves up to new experiences and wisdom. So, the next time you find yourself learning something new, remember to be humble, approach it with curiosity, and be willing to admit that there is still so much more to know. Principle 12. Surround yourself with positive people. Epictetus offers a wise piece of advice. Be careful about the people you choose to spend your time with. The people around us can have a big influence on our mood, energy, and success. Some people lift us up, fill us with joy, and inspire us to do better. But others drain our energy, bring us down, and make us feel negative. Just like we quickly move away from someone sneezing to avoid getting sick, we should be just as cautious about avoiding negative people. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to be your best and who bring positive energy into your life. Let go of those who make you regret your choices or make you feel bad about yourself. Choosing your company wisely can greatly improve your overall well-being. Principle 13. Your reactions shape your destiny. Epictetus believed that our reactions to life's challenges are what determine our success or failure. He taught that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to those events. Misfortunes and difficulties can happen to anyone, but what truly matters is how we handle them. For example, some people might face a divorce and sink into depression, feeling like their life is over. But Epictetus saw these moments as opportunities for self-growth and discovery. How we choose to react to life's hardships shapes our future. Remember, your life isn't defined by what happens to you, but by how you respond to it. You are in control of your reactions, and with the right mindset, you can turn any setback into a chance to grow and thrive. Principle 14. Fulfill your duties without expecting praise. Everyone has a role to play in society, just like the sun rises every day without needing applause or recognition. The sun doesn't wait for praise, it simply does its job because it's part of the natural order. Epictetus reminds us that we, too, have responsibilities in life, and we shouldn't expect praise or rewards for doing what we're supposed to do. If you know your duty, do it without waiting for someone to remind you or congratulate you. Whether it's your job, your role in your family, or something you've committed to, it's your moral responsibility to fulfill your duties without expecting others to give you credit. By doing this, you contribute positively to the world and to yourself. Principle 15. Ignore those who hate you. Epictetus advises us to ignore people who criticize, hate, or try to bring us down. You are stronger and better than the person who wastes their time criticizing or trying to hurt you. They don't deserve your attention or energy. Instead of getting caught up in hate or resentment, rise above it. When people try to harm you, they are usually trying to pull you down to their level. Don't let them. Simply ignore them and become immune to their negativity. By doing so, you protect your peace of mind and stay focused on what really matters. Principle 16. True wealth is in friendship, not material goods. Material wealth can disappear, but true friendships last forever. Epictetus reminds us that genuine friends are far more valuable than money or possessions. Friends will support you through hard times, even when your material fortune fades away. So invest in cultivating strong, meaningful friendships. This is one of the best investments you can make, as it will provide you with a lifetime of happiness and support. True wealth comes from the love and loyalty of friends, not from the things you own big here. By understanding and applying these principles, you can develop a mindset of resilience, gratitude, and strength. Life will always have challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties. But by preparing for failure, being mindful of the effects of wealth, spreading your hopes, remembering the reality of death, and finding true happiness in a contented spirit, you will be better equipped to navigate life's ups and downs. Epictetus teaches us that true power lies in how we think and how we respond to the world. By mastering these Stoic ideas, you can live a more peaceful, meaningful, and fulfilling life.